Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Indiana's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Coming out with it, it's Bishop. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, he's got some space. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fourth down, Manning. Quarterback extends the play. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself. and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They start the season in the top 10, ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them, so I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Firing to the right, complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite.
Looking for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. The transfer has it his first carry. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on defense.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big fourth down stop.
Manning on play action. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. So now it's 2nd and long. Hand off for Brown. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early.
Makes the catch and he's free. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Play action, here's Manning. Forced out of the pocket. Makes the catch. They will score! Touchdown, Texas!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Snagged out of the air.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Running inside, it's Richard. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Shoots it to the left. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. The Hoosiers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on 4th and short.
Yeah, they decide to go for a 4th down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick decision, gets the 1st down. Nice job by this offense, and specifically the QB making a nice read.
And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Becker. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the 1st down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And the Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Here's Manning to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long, as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's Arts to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, spins away. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
That's reeled in. It's Lockett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Gets it out quickly. Across the 25. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Madness. Skips away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Could not make his way to the corner.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
going to spin it again. Finds his man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, and he missed it. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Makes the grab. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. The run inside. It's Richard. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Manning trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 30. Open spaces. Touchdown, Longhorns. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running inside, it's Richard. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Might as well stick with him. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Hurricanes, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Texas 33, Indiana 7.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be brought down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Richard. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Arch is going to throw for it. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They're working that left side. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the first down. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's shot.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Shows him the stiff arm. Looking for room at the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Yeah, this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. A give to Brown. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing Manning. Fires to the right. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Hand off for Brown. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They march 78 yards down the field, and the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart.
14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bond. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The run inside. It's Richard. There he goes. Past the 30, past the 20. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. On 4th down, going to the air. It's complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He's looking to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here lately.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Let's it fly. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already...